Hello everyone, I am Hot Dallin, emphasis on the I, and welcome to the Book of Plagues. This is a demo. I don't remember what this is about. Control. Control? What a weird one. The streets of the cities were deserted. Black Death did not spare anyone it could reach. The victims of the terrible epidemic were millions of people in different parts of the world. Why control? In the beginning, the dead were tried to be buried, but there were so many of them that there was simply no room outside the gates of the castles and outside the walls of the cities. So it was decided to burn the plague corpses. Bonfires of household items, rags, and human flesh burnt on the grounds. Day and night, the rich and the poor were consigned into oblivion. Something that got so loud suddenly. My lord. 1 second, sorry. Jesus. The rich and the poor were consigned to oblivion, along with all their belongings, in order to stop the spread of the pestilence. Played that game. A merciless hunt for rats began. Hordes of the rodents were destroyed by fire, along with the grain barns where the small vectors of disease found shelter. A terrible famine came. The bravest of healers decided to challenge the deadly disease. He practiced different kinds of treatment, disposed of the dead, and searched for ways to cure the sick of the Black Death for a coin. The small town of Ludwig has yet to face a plague epidemic, but the devil's disease is already closing in on its inhabitants. The poor quarters has its first victims. It's got very dramatically loud. In this connection, a learned doctor arrives in Ludwig with an order for his appointment. Will a new chief healer bring salvation, or will he leave the inhabitants to be torn apart by a terrible contagion? I can't read. Alright, what you got? Wash your hands more often. The worms don't care about your skin color, gender, or thickness of your wallet. Now you know. Take the paper goods, sir. You're new in town, aren't you? You must be among the first to know the latest news. Did you know that the plague has come to Ludwig? A plague in the city. Now just to come to town. Due to the outbreaks of the new plague, the mayor announces an appointment of a new scientific doctor in the city. His decrees and orders must be obeyed without question. In addition to his main activity, the learned doctor sees patients every day from morning to evening prayers. We wish him good luck in his hard work. Plague has come to the poor neighborhoods. We regret to inform you that the plague has reached our town. The unfortunate man was in a poor man's quarter. The local healer was unable to help him, and he died. We sincerely hope that this is the first and last victim of the plague. Okay. Pick one of the fruits you're from indicator. Take your time, think carefully. A beautiful city has experienced the first case of the plague. By the authority vested in me, by a magistrate and burgomaster of Ludwig, I order isolate plague patients in a separate room in the infirmaries, feed the infected through the windows, and do not approach them. Look up houses where plague patients have been found and post guards to control the entry and exit. Assign nurses from among the nurses of mercy to those infected with the plague. Provide decent care for the sick. I think isolate the plague patients in separate rooms and infirmaries is probably the most logical option, right? What a hole. Car. Click on the book button and view the book. What? Oh. Patient. Greetings, good doctor. A regimental physician convinced me that my bowels are not arranged according to regulations. But I think it's the fishmonger who sold me rotten fish. Help me to my place in the rings. It's not good for me to smoke my duty. Ludwig is a port town. Everyone eats fish for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Before the knight could be laid on the couch, he ran to the latrine, rattling his armor and spewing curses. All because the armor does not provide for such runs. And to remove it without help is long and difficult, especially when driven by need. The Guardian is responsible for the passage of people through the city gates, and his work is very important to the safety of the inhabitants. Obviously, you're going to cure. Time to heal. The fragile flower is the patient's health, and you need to save it. Dodge attacks by controlling the flower with the WASD keys. I'm sorry, the WASD keys? It's WASD. Or using left click on the gamepad. Well, I'm a WAS. I'm a wiser, as they say. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 So as I get every mistake you make takes away one red petal from the flower. But that's okay because if there's one left, the treatment of the patient will be cured. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Ah, you cheeky son. Use all the petals of the fragile flower, the battle will end immediately, and the patient will not be happy with the treatment. He will not give coins, and you will lose the respect of the timepiece, which is paid to far. I mean, he will also die, but you know, whatever. Or maybe not die, depending on the situation. Well, this one's easy. It's the uppy-downy one that scares me. There is always bad treatment that leads to a negative outcome in the future, but it will definitely lead to something. By the way, syringes show the number of treatments required for delivery. Oh my lord. Okay, the trick for that one is to set bottom, apparently. If you drop another sentinel, will spread good rumors about you, and we've earned some coins. They'll be useful for buying ingredients and improving the lab. Wow, feels much better. Thank you, good healer, for getting me back on track. Please accept this humble reward for your labors. I'll tell everyone how great you are. Thank you. So it's enter for the... okay, we don't need memories. Good doctor, have pity on this poor tramp. My whole body aches and coughs like my gut is bursting. I'll die soon if you refuse me. I have no money at all, but I'll dedicate all my prayers to the crippled god. My god. Speaking reeks of sweat, decay, and unwashed poverty. His bare feet are covered with dirt and crusts. Lovely. And lice swarm in his tangled hair, but he does not seem to notice it. For every explosive cough he utters seems to burst from the depths of his belly, shaking his withered body. His forehead is hot, and his eyes are foggy with fever. It couldn't be clearer. He has pneumonia, and the days are counting. Vagabond is not in good health and has already lost one petal of the fragile flower on his way here. You can replenish his health by clicking an aspirin in your material. Thank you for good stuff. Okay, so you push number 2 between levels. Okay. There are medications besides aspirin. You can learn about them, buy a prescription, and prepare them in the book of... font suddenly changed. The book of plagues between patient appointments by clicking on the book in the lower left corner of the screen. Uh-huh. Whoa. Jesus. The rules of the game may change. This icon shows that gravity has appeared and free movement is impossible. Press space or the B button. Oh my. This is chaos. Adjusting the conditions of the game is key skill to learn and practice in medicine. Good doctor is ready for anything. What procedure left? What a wild concept of a game. We did pretty good, of course. We didn't make any coins, but we did a good deed. The dance people will definitely appreciate it. Praise be to the crippled god. I feel much better. Thank you. Good doctor. I'll never forget your help. Why do I have to chase them out? Why can't I just, like, you know... surviving residents, 98,000. Okay, so there's... I have 200 monies. My lord. Okay, cool. Patient. Doctor, help me. The hernia is killing me. I can neither bend nor unbend. It's all because of my wife. She doesn't trust the port movers, so I'm carrying crates like a porter. Guess it's my destiny to be both a merchant and a worker. A merchant? Oh. Excuse me. A merchant is a respected profession, and a stance twisted with pain does not at all colour the status of a respected mister. But the patient himself says that he has never been afraid of hard work, and apparently the result of such zeal was not long in coming. Let's see what I can do. Sounds like oranges? Car. He's like a scarlet rose among the weeds. Let him stay longer. Okay. Whoa. 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 Oh, jeez. Uh-huh. Whoa. 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 We're not expecting the ananas. Ananas. Ananas! That's fine. Okay, cannon fire is easy to dodge, apparently. You're doing good, Doc. Ah, my advices didn't go to waste. Your advices? Whoa, 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 you can't do that. This is extreme. This is extreme. I don't like it. But we made it. Well done. Too bad his fragrant mister is leaving. Is there any way to make perfume out of him and spray this whole stinking city with it? Oh, praise be the Fed god. I can straighten up again. You're always welcome in my shop now, Doctor. Mr. Doctor. Come in any time, and you'll get a good discount. Finally, the germ bags are over. Hit the finish button to save your progress and move on. We find out what my idea, my choice to... You've been the talk of the town lately, good sir. I'm so glad you've come to visit us. I'll learn a lot of coins and become a healer like you. Good luck with that, kid. A troop of fake actors were trying to get into town. A vigilant guard recently foiled an attempt by robbers to infiltrate the city by a remarkable ingenuity. He noticed the lutenist who had 3 fingers among the troop and asked them to play, realizing that they were exposed. The robbers tried to escape, but they were captured and taken to the house of interrogation. The hero of the story was promoted to the head of the guard and received a commendation from the burgomaster. Good. Richie, don't walk on the... Scientist Doctor saves the pork water. Newly appointed scientist, Dr. Ludwig, has developed a unique way of treating consumption infirmity. He's already successfully tested it on the first patients from the pork water, who most often suffer from this disease, better known as pneumonia. We thank our doctor and wish him further success. Merchants Guild profits. The infirmaries of fruit. Cohesion in hard times has always been a feature of the citizens in our glorious city. As a token of gratitude for his recovery, a respected merchant has decided to start supplying fruit to the city's infirmaries and health centers. Such a generous gesture on the part of the Merchants Guild has not been uncommon over the past few weeks. Tournament's going to happen. Annual Harvest Night tournament will still take place this year. Young squires will have the opportunity to prove themselves worthy to receive the title of knight, and knights will have the chance to fight for the hand of the first beauty of the town. The magistrate will announce the date of the tournament soon. I don't know if a tournament is necessary. Sisters of Charity are required. Caesar Infirmary needs help. If you are a young and strong girl not afraid of the sight of blood and other unpleasant fluids from the human body, then you are the right person for us. Also, please be advised that the city magistrate has ordered a pay rise for those dealing with the plague. That's fair. It's a very helpful I recognize the fact that the plague is taking more and more of our citizens. More and more good people continue to infect each other in our market streets and grand places. The following measure is therefore being introduced. Prohibit the residents of the poor quarters. Require all residents to wear cloth bandages covering their mouths and noses when outdoors. Curfew is imposed. I mean, that's not going to do much. Cloth bandages. Isolate patients. Died of the plague 95. Died for freedom's 4. Contracted the plague. Cured of the plague. Impact reputation 250. Oh. Almost all of the infected died, but thanks to the security measures taken, they did not take their caregivers to the grave with them. The corpses were taken outside the city, buried full honors. Previous to the city's healers began to study the plague corpses to find a cure. If they could get permission from their relatives, however, there were those who dared to secretly exhume for the sake of medical tests. Surprisingly, the authorities made little attempt to find and punish such doctors. Okay. So, I made a good choice, basically. And then, obviously, that's not quite there yet. I have 500 monies. I can technically get this. Says no attacks, only for 1 treatment. Nope. Okay. Well, we're going to keep saving money. Patient. Enter. Greetings, I am a local black meat dealer. The whole town knows me. I was transporting goods on my ship a week ago and got bitten on the ear by a lady. Don't ask how it happened, just help me. Okay. Patient was missing most of his right ear. And the part that was left was festering. He could hardly be talked to and confessed that one of his slave girls had done it. Slave trader, being drunk, tried to molest her, but the latter was not of a timid sort, and instead of the expected submission, bit off half his ear. Good for her. And then she accidentally fell overboard. That's not so good. The slave trader added to the end of her story. I don't really want to help the guy that does that, but, you know, I kind of have to. She could have taken a bite out of something else. Cock, who's the fat guy, lucky. I mean, I don't actually... I could just not do anything. You know? I could just not dodge things, just let it suffer. Which I'm tempted to do. Oh god. Oh, I was too early. We'll get what we deserve sooner or later. Why do you bother to treat me if you can't do anything? Damn the days I put in your worthless memory. Well, you were an idiot anyway. I burned my ass. Everything went as usual. In the morning, I put the dough on, I fired up the oven. Suddenly I took a rat. A huge fat rat. It fell off the shelf. Oh, sorry, look. Sorry. Squeaked so pitifully and died. I was so scared I sat on the hot stove. Poor woman has a terrible burn below her back and is in terrible pain. She says that several rats got into her bakery and for all reason unknown, they all died. She has 2 cats, which a mouse can't get through, but they didn't even dare to get close to the rats. Surprisingly, the lady is more worried about the dough left behind and her cats left unattended than her own health. Alright, well, this person I actually care about more, so we're going to try. Don't moan like that. Don't moan. No moaning, it's awkward. Oh. So I have to randomly left... Oh god. I'm going to fail again, aren't I? I hope not. This woman deserves to be... Oh god. Okay, that's fine. Oh god. Oh god, that's just... It's unnatural. Okay, doing fine, doing fine. Whew. Oh no, what do you do, Mr. Pretzel? I don't feel safe. Oh no, they forever. No. Ah, you cheeky sod. I'm sorry you couldn't help me. Well, yes, this is going terribly wrong. I think my time has finally come, but my master is a good man. He gave me money for treatment. I'm going to lose all of my ratings because I'm terrible. So glad I've been in the service all these years. Good doctor, you figured out what I'm sick of, haven't you? Old woman complains of dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. Her legs were in pain, but she was able to get to the infirmary. Housekeeper was forced to go see a learned doctor by her master, who wishes nothing but the best for her years of faithful service to his family. The disease is in its early stages, and the boobers have not yet manifested themselves on her. But there is every chance of curing the unfortunate one. Every life saved is a small victory. Well, I'll try. Oh, man. Oh, that was a good start, wasn't it? Okay, okay. Can I not die this time? That'd be great. Okay. We're all gonna die. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't suddenly do that. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Uh-huh, that was fine. That was stupid of me. Okay, you know. If that red bar gets any lower, I'm ending the video. Greetings, I'd like that. I need a hangover. Ooh, I'm having a hard time. Ooh, I won't be celebrated like this again. I promise. An old acquaintance of mine has recently been appointed to a new post for special merit. And for that reason he had been drinking heavily. His face was widened so much that his helmet is stuck down, and only his sad eyes are visible through the slits in the visor. The sour smell of cheap wine and sweat make it clear that the fun has been going on for days and it's time to stop, though the knight himself realizes it perfectly well. Well, it all depends on the fates. of time and stuff. So you might die, you might live perfectly fine, but at least you don't start with injuries for once. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. Oops. You can be too early, which is... Oh god. Ah! Panicking. I'm panicking. Are you... Okay. Wow, that was... Okay, well, it started off good. And then I got really bad, and it went terribly wrong. That was a very short demo. Because I possibly made it, so it could be longer. But for now, that was that. It's been half an hour. Ish. For now, good game. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I shall see you in my next one. So until then, fairly well.